WebSockets are so great. Why do we need SocketBox? Well, in the past, WebSockets have been notoriously difficult in ColdFusion, but with SocketBox, that's not the case anymore. Brad has done a great job of making not only extremely easy to install and get started with, but very easy to scale and create a robust implementation that you're not going to have issues, that you're not going to end up regretting a year after you've put it into production. And we'll be covering all of those things and try to help you get an understanding of how SocketBox makes that easy. And I just want to throw this out. I've built probably a handful of WebSocket-based applications now at this point, and the first 3 or 4 were built using Socket.io, which is kind of standard in the Node.js world. And the recent ones have been built using SocketBox. And I will tell you right now that I had a much better experience with SocketBox than I had with Socket.io. I think we've just really streamlined a lot of things. So that's not just marketing hype, that's the actual experience that I've had with it. So let's talk about what makes SocketBox special. It's got a very clean convention-based approach. You're basically going to, once you install it, you're basically just going to create a websocket.bx file, which we'll look at later, and the different functions that you need to be able to manage the WebSocket connections. There is a stomp broker that you can utilize in your application, which helps you manage authentication and authorization so that you can build them secure from the get-go. And then there's also tools for load balancing in clustered environments. And this is where it's really important. This is where SocketBox, in my opinion, makes things really easy. The load balancing is one of like the secret gotchas for WebSocket development. And this is something that Brad really put a lot of thought into and made sure that it was as easy as possible for the developer. So we'll talk about that more later on in the discussion. But I will go ahead and call out that there is a blog post specifically for handling load balancing and several different strategies that we give you. So that's a good one to look at if you're interested in that problem.